I have to give a huge shout out to Attila the Q for sending me this story right here. And when I was starting to read this, the title kind of threw me off a little bit, but I had to read a little bit more into the article. And I said, wow, it is amazing how mainstream media literally omitted this from the story about what happened at the Kroger in Kentucky. Now, you're probably looking at this couple right here, and yes, they are a couple, they're actually married. And you're probably wondering, what do they have to do with the incident that happened at Kroger? Well, let me just start off by introducing who they are. This man on the left, his name is Dominic Rozier, and his wife is to the left of him, or the right for us. Her name is Kiera Rozier. And they were at the Kroger getting, I believe, a cake or some cupcakes for their son's birthday when they had an encounter with Gregory Allen Bush. They said they were walking into the Kroger when they noticed people were frantically running outside. So they were wondering, like, what in the world's going on? Something very wild and weird is going on. And then that's when they say they saw a white guy walk out with a gun in his hand, and he was walking in the direction of where they were at, but also noticed that there was another woman near them. And I believe the woman that was near them was the woman who was shot and killed. And then Gregory Allen Bush was getting ready and prepared to shoot and kill this man's wife. But he, being the outstanding individual that he is and being a good and thoughtful husband, jumped in and told that man, like, this isn't what you want to do. He's warning him, don't even try it. That's my wife. He basically said I would jump in front of a bullet for her. But what Gregory Allen Bush did not know is that Dominic had his piece on him as well. He had his gun. And what happened next was like something out of the Wild West. They ended up exchanging gunfire, like with each other, like on some cowboys Wild Wild West type shit. Like they were firing their weapons back and forth at each other. But Dominic was basically saying he wanted to be careful because in the midst of him shooting at this guy that he clearly committed a crime but didn't know what he did, he wanted to make sure that he did not shoot and fire his weapon at anybody else, causing them to get injured. Because when you're shooting your gun wild like that and you don't know where you're shooting at, you're liable to hit anybody. A bullet does not have a name. Unfortunately, uh, Dominic wasn't successful in shooting uh, Gregory Allen Bush. But his statement was all he was really concerned about was protecting his wife. And I would say that makes him a hero, even though he says that he's not one. Because by him exchanging that gunfire, while unfortunately two people did die, if he did not exchange that gunfire, one of two things would have happened. One, his wife would probably be dead, or two, he probably would have tried to kill somebody else. And good thing he had his gun on him, because a third scenario could have happened. He could have got killed. So I applaud this man right here. And I haven't seen anybody else speak on this, and I can understand why. Because, like I said, mainstream media did not talk about it. But in my opinion, this guy is a hero. He protected his wife, the mother of his child. All they were going was to get some stuff for their son for their birthday. Like, that could have been the end for them. Could you imagine you being a child and finding out that your parents got killed by a gun-toting wife? I don't want to call them a supremacist, just a bigot, a racist, and finding out that they got killed on your birthday. Like, that would be devastating. That would be devastating. So I applaud this man. He did what he felt he had to do, but like I said, by him exchanging that gunfire with him, he prevented him from killing anybody else and killing his wife and possibly killing him. So it was almost like it was a distraction. And that's probably what ended up leading to them arresting him, because he threw Gregory Allen Bush off from what he was doing. So I applaud him. I tip my hat off to him. I'm very certain that his wife is very appreciative and very grateful. And all I can say is that she married a good guy. She married one of the good ones. Now, this is to all the people out there that say that black men don't protect black women. Here's a perfect example right here. Another one, might I add, of the long list that mainstream media does not talk about. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.